This is both the first shop review of 2024 and also the last review to include the auction. So let's find out, is there anything good that you should spend your gold on, if you have any gold left, that is. And is there any good bundles in the regular shop now? And also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Starting in the resources, if you are in need of ×5 XPs, then you can get them here, and also boosters. So if you are grinding a tier 10 or something, these can be very useful. But overall, obviously, take your time with your first couple of tier 10s, but once you're on your 10th tier 10 and you really need some help, these ×5s are going to get you all the way there, because 50 are basically enough to get 2 entire tech trees through in terms of XP. And you unfortunately don't have credit boosters in here, so that's going to be a separate problem, but at least you're going to get extra XP from not just the X5s, but also the combat XP boosters. So these are pretty solid. And then this one also includes a lot of gold, including a credit booster, so if you need those, this is the bundle for you. 6k gold as well, which is enough for a decent tier 8. For example, it was enough for the regular T34 bundle, which had 30 days of premium and 500,000 credits in it. But now it costs 5.5k without any of that. So wait for that bundle to be back, or never buy the T34 ever again, because while it is a vehicle that is still capable, it has been power crept quite a while. So outside of that bundle, it isn't really worth it, especially not for 7.5k in combination with a essentially pointless tier 7 vehicle tacked onto it. And also these ×5s are locked to the vehicles, which is not good. And remember, tier 7s, the only advantage a tier 7 has is that they get you less credits and do less damage than a tier 8. Another bundle like that, and this time not even including ×5s, is the Kyler and the Kunzipanzer. The Kunzipanzer, obviously a vehicle that was given away for free a year or two ago, so again, pointless add-on to a otherwise decent tier 8 that is very easy to play, very beginner friendly, and I can regularly recommend if it's not in a fluff bundle, such as this one. If it's sold in the shop properly, then I can recommend it, but not like this. Then the two comrades should be very well ignored. Now, the ×5s again apply to the vehicles, and the vehicles themselves aren't any good. Unless you're a tank collector, you should stay away from these vehicles at all costs. And T4 Mod 1, it was a great vehicle in like 2016, 2017, but it has never gotten with the times, and it still has 175mm of standard penetration, which is just awful. There is hope, however, because right here we have a bundle for 10k gold, 2 tier 8s, which means 5k each, and 30 unlocked ×5s. This is how you sell a good bundle. Look at that. This is how you do it. Now, obviously, the WZ-112-2, it's a very good vehicle. It's basically the IS-3 in good, and overall can be used to grind a lot of credits if you do hit your shots, that is. 0.35 accuracy, not the greatest. Only 6 degrees of gun depression, and a mobility that's good enough to get you where you need to be. So this is a very above average vehicle right here, and I can recommend it. And then here is what makes or breaks this bundle, and that is, can you handle the rain? 20-second reload, no armor whatsoever. It's quick, not that quick, but it is a very fast autoloader with 4 shells in the magazine. It's got great penetration, 225 alpha damage. If you can handle this vehicle, if you think you can handle this vehicle, if you're good enough to do that, let's say 50 plus win rate at least, and then you think you can handle this thing, then this right here is the best bundle currently in the shop. 10k for these two. Very good vehicles together, combined for 5k each. I mean, it's better than an HWK 30 for 12k. And then we get to the section that is the most troublesome, and that is the containers. Now, obviously, if you have the small containers or whatever other containers right here available, open them. They're free. They're great because they're free. But outside of that, yeah, there are like container collections and Soviet containers, and the massive container, which is now a new thing that guarantees you a tank for 12.5k gold. Again, forgetting that most vehicles in this slot here aren't worth that. You will essentially pretty much always lose. There are more tier 8s than tier 10s in here, and tier 9s are entirely pointless to ever own, especially these 4 tier 9s. The only good one here is the Object 752. So basically, your chance of getting a terrible vehicle is a lot higher than getting a good one, which is exactly how these crates function. It's your money, but don't buy them. Ever. Just like with any other type of crates, they're designed to rip you off. And if the crates alone don't get you a stiffy, this probably will, because here you can gamble in a draw to gamble on crates. And in the auction, well, there is mostly just overpriced disappointment now left because, I mean, a Gravedigger for 6.5k is about the most reasonable offer in here. But there is one more better, and that is the WZ121 GFT, which is a great vehicle, but it's just not worth 11.5k. It and the Jagdtiger 88 are really the only tier 8 tank destroyers I would ever consider buying because this is a good tank, but still very much overpriced. And then the Carnarvon Defender, I mean, 12k is not a joke for what it can do. And then we have the Pharaoh, the Gravedigger, the Dracula, and the Helsing, which are special vehicles, and they're so special that Wargaming wants 4 times as much for them as any other tier 7. No, these are terrible prices. Do not buy any of these vehicles. I mean, yes, the Dracula used to be amazing in like 2018, but it's not 2018, it's 2024, and 12k for this thing is a joke. If these vehicles would be in here for 4, 5k gold, we can even still talk about it. If the Dracula would have the same price as the Gravedigger, which, I mean, Gravedigger price, it's reasonable. It's not a good tank, but it's going to give you pain in your finger from clicking all the time, but has decent armor and decent mobility. So if you are looking for one weird vehicle, then that's the one. But if the Dracula, the Helsing, and even the Pharaoh would be sold for 6k, we could talk about it, but like almost 10k, absolutely not. And then the Carnarvon Defender is nowhere near worth 12k. Buy the Gravedigger if you hate yourself, and buy the WZ121 GFT if you hate your wallet. But other than that, there's nothing good in here.